The Panther football team had its first spring practice on Tuesday, March 27th. After a 10-3 2011 season that saw the Panthers capture their 16th Missouri Valley Conference championship, the coaches are eager to get their first look at this 2012 team.
Well, there's more time in the spring. We're not getting ready for Saturday. You usually get 2 days and a walkthrough to play on Saturday. You get 15 here, so you can really slow things down, spend more time on the techniques, because the game plans will come in time. Well, we try to use spring as one, emphasize fundamentals and techniques, spend extra time there. And when you've got a young football team, you try to get your young guys a lot of reps, and hopefully you can still compete with your older guys, and then create a chemistry for your football team for the season. Well, we're going through a transition. I don't know if that's probably the biggest thing going on right now, the transition of leadership. And you know, it finds its way to the right people. Right now they're trying to find out who those people are. It first takes a person confident in his position, confident in what he's supposed to do, and then once he knows what he's supposed to do, he can lead the others when they get on the field. Well, offensively, the first thing we have to do is find the quarterback. I think that's the key to it. We have good people to choose from, it's just they've never played. So they're similar in style, so we can put the same system in that fits the talent of our quarterbacks. After that, I'd say tight end is a questionable position. Who's going to be our tight end when we open the season? I think you know, that part of the blocking part of it and the catching part of it, and then otherwise the skill position I think is solid where we're at. Well, the secondary is, again, fifth-year seniors, four-year starters. I mean, they're all back, so they're so far ahead we can play anything on our defensive playbook today. But you know, the defensive front can't get lined up to it. So you know, we want to compete in the secondary, but yet get our front lined up, because ultimately we've got to stop the run. The O-line, I feel comfortable, and that's why I didn't even mention them before, was the O-line is all back with the exception of Jay Tepley. So we're probably 6 to 7 guys that could start for us and line up today and know what we're doing. Whereas you know, the tight end isn't like that, and the quarterbacks are not like that. So there's some catch up with some position, but I think the O-line is more technique.
Well, I think as a coach, anytime you can get reps out here, one, the kids are able to get better. Two, it kind of gives you an idea going into the summer of what you have. You know, what kind of personnel are you going to be able to line up and play? We have a tough schedule, as tough as probably anyone in our league. You know, really early in the season, you know, who are going to be our playmakers? Who are going to be the kids that can step in to those 6, 7 seniors that we lost and give us a lot of reps? More fundamentals. You know, coach is huge on it, and I think that's great, because I'll take as much individual and fundamental time as I can. I mean, football comes down to being able to get off a block and make tackles, and ultimately that's what, it doesn't matter if you're in the back half or the linebackers or D-line. It comes down to finding the football, and you know, the more time we can put into fundamentals, I think then the faster we can hit the ground running in the fall.
I can call a stupid play and we can get sacked, and it doesn't matter. We go back to the spot where the next play is. No, it's fun. You know, you can really do a lot of things with kids, see how much they can learn, and you know, test them a little bit knowledge-wise, and it's a lot of fun. Well, our offensive line once again is intact. We had 2 young kids that got a little playing time last year, who I think will really be good players, in Bingham and Rummels. They've done a nice job this spring. The offensive line's been a decent job this spring. And then obviously we have the receivers and the running backs with David and Carlos. So you know, our skill group's pretty talented. Well, it's nice having David back, you know, with the years under his belt, you know, and if we can get Carlos healthy and keep Carlos healthy, you know, we got a pretty good 1-2 punch there. And then Zach Cutcom, you know, he isn't real flashy, man. When you watch him, he's the guy that you're going to watch him practice and ask, who is that? Just because, you know, he has a lot of patience, you know, he's a nice ball carrier, does a good job blocking, and he's made some plays this spring. Yeah, we'll still do some of the same things, you know, but obviously we're going to try to throw the ball a little more, take advantage of the kids on the outside. They can do stuff. But it's kind of fun, you know. We've installed a lot of stuff, do a lot of different things, and kind of go back to how we used to do it in 2005, 06, 07, and kind of build on that package.
I think once you hit the scrimmages, you're looking for production. Number one, you're trying to evaluate what the players can produce. Who's going to produce on the field, actually make the plays. And then ultimately you're looking at where's their knowledge base? How far along are they? Do we have to slow things down, or can we speed things up as we go into the following week?
15 practices are scheduled for the spring, ending with the annual spring game played in the Unidome on Friday, April 27th. The Panthers will open their season on September 1st against the Big Ten stalwart Wisconsin Badgers in Madison. Reporting for the Prowl, I'm Bair.